Hello, this is Ro. I want to talk to you about having a can-do attitude. You may have heard this phrase before, but let me give you an acronym that will help you to remember how to be a can-do person. And this will help to give you the scope of what it is that you need to have that can-do attitude. I had an opportunity to speak today, and unfortunately I didn't have time to go into this, but I did hit on it a little bit. But whenever I do a presentation, I typically, those of people that have heard me know that I like to do acronyms. And I guess the reason why I like to do acronyms is because it's so much easier to remember the points that are given if there's an acronym to it. So for a can-do attitude, the CAN is what I want you to remember. C is for courage, A is for attitude, and N is for nice. Be nice. Now that's probably not one you've heard, but let me explain. I'm going to go through each one individually and explain why those are important, vitally important aspects of having that can-do attitude. The C is for courage. We definitely need courage when we are presenting a can-do attitude in our own life, and really it needs to start personally. And if we can have that can-do attitude, it's got to start from inside. You can't just say one morning, I'm going to go to work today and I'm going to have a can-do attitude. While we do need to make a commitment to live that way, it's got to come from within, and that's where the courage comes. We've got to decide that that's the way we want to live. We want to have that can-do attitude. We don't want to be mediocre. We want to have that courage. Now the courage comes in when you know what's right and you know what you should do. The courage is when you know what you should do and you do it. It's doing the right thing and having the strength to do that. Making that decision ahead of time. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to walk this way, and I'm going to make this, whatever it is, a success in my life. And it might be something as simple as not going over the speed limit for one day, or maybe a week, or maybe a month. And that would take courage. That would take strength and stamina to do that decision. But it starts here, it starts internally. We have to decide that that is something we're going to do. And the second one is A for attitude. Attitude is so important because you can have all the skill in the world, you can have all the decision and courage to do this and to make it work, but if you got a really stinky attitude, it's not going to go anywhere. And I know this, I've seen this, I know this is a fact because I've seen it. I've I've worked in the corporate world, and I've seen it happen. You know, people can do a good job, and if they don't have a good attitude, it really destroys what they've done. Because people don't want to work with people that have a bad attitude. And whether you're in a corporate world, or whether you're in a public school system, or whether you're in a public place, maybe government or something, people with a bad attitude are no fun. And let me tell you, people will overlook things that you do wrong. People will overlook maybe a lower level of skill if you got a good attitude. If you have that attitude that says, yes, I'm going to do this. Oh, I want to help you, but I don't know, what the process is, or I don't know how to do this system or whatever it is, but I want to help you. That's a good attitude. And that's what we need. We need to decide that's going to be the way we operate, is just to have a good attitude. Now that may not be something that you typically hear in a personal motivation and a personal and professional development presentation, but that is vitally important. And the last one might sound like it's related to the attitude when I say be nice. In the past, I've gone through some situations in the work environment where I'm like, what? What's going on? I'm doing a good job. Why is all this stuff happening? And then it came to me from wherever, from above, whatever, this that I needed to be nice. Do a good job, have the right attitude, and be nice. Now, that may sound easy. And those of you that have gone through difficult environments, whether it's in the workplace or at home even, being nice is not easy when people are not treating you right. Oh, it's easy to be nice to people that are really nice to you and they're treating you nice. I'm talking about being nice to the people that aren't nice to you. Wow. That's really a hard one to do. But it can be done. It takes practice. We have to, number one, decide to do it and to realize that it's not going to be easy. And then realize that, okay, when those situations come up where maybe there's a specific individual or maybe just a specific situation sometimes that we get into habitually, and we run into this roadblock where I don't want to be nice because this situation is frustrating, or I don't like it, it's difficult for me, whatever. Whenever we get in those situations or with those people that really are not being nice to us, then if we have predetermined to be nice, then we can do it. Now let me tell you the secret to this. The secret is you don't have to feel like it. In other words, you don't have to feel like being nice to be nice. That may sound really weird, but that's true. We just decide to be nice because we know how. We know what nice looks like. You're just kind and nice to people. And then we do it. And you know what happens after that? It becomes a habit. We'll begin to do it and do it. And eventually, it'll come from the heart instead of just doing it because we know we should be doing it. But these are the three aspects of having a can-do attitude. And really, that's the attitude that will get you places in life, get you far. And that is courage, attitude, and by attitude I mean good attitude. So it's courage, attitude, and nice. Just be nice. Be nice to everybody. And that is a tall order. But so is courage, and so is attitude. But it's that aspect of this equation that we need to decide to do it before we run into those situations. And then we can, if we've decided to do it mentally, then we can step back and we can say, okay, this is one of those opportunities when I need to just do what I know I'm supposed to be doing no matter what I'm feeling like doing. And that's the secret to making it a success. I hope this has helped you a little bit in having that can-do attitude.